Our breaking news tonight, President Trump accepting an invitation from North Korea's Kim Jong Un for the two leaders to meet. I want to talk about that with Congressman Ted Lieu, a California Democrat who sits on the Judiciary and Foreign Affairs Committees. Congressman, good to see you. Thank you for coming on. First, I want to talk about
Don.
Absolutely. I want to talk about the big headline of the evening, and that's President Trump set to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong Un by May. As someone on the House Committee for Foreign Affairs, give me your reaction.
Yeah. Thank you for that question, Don. I previously served on active duty in Guam. I can tell you the United States has exactly zero good military actions against North Korea. So any diplomacy and dialogue is good. I hope this high-stakes first meeting is productive, but it does underscore the importance of diplomacy, and I find it totally unacceptable that as we sit here today, Donald Trump still has not nominated a U.S. ambassador to South Korea. His own special envoy to North Korea recently resigned. It'd be like playing a high-stakes game of basketball against your opponent with half your team missing. It is disadvantageous to the United States.
So you think it's a good first step, but you would hope that he was more prepared and more read in? What are you saying here?
Absolutely. First of all, this is going to occur very quickly in a matter of a couple months, and we don't have a full team there to prepare the president or even to prepare the State Department and other members of our negotiating team, because we're missing the U.S. ambassador to South Korea and our special envoy to North Korea, who has a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience, is resigning.
Do you think that the president's unconventional style worked in his favor here? The tough language, if this meeting is to happen, could this be an historic first step?
Yes, it's possible. We have not had good relations with North Korea. We still may not. Let's see what happens with this first meeting. But again, anything that talks about diplomacy over war is a good thing. And this, if we went to war, it'd be completely and totally catastrophic. Even without nuclear weapons, North Korea could devastate Seoul, which has over 200,000 Americans. They could launch missiles at Japan, which also has a lot of Americans, and potentially strike Guam.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, let me read, this is your tweet from last night, and it's concerning Michael Cohen's payment to Stormy Daniels. Okay, it's up on the screen. It says only two possibilities. Michael Cohen used $130,000 of personal funds to silence Stormy Daniels, which means it was a massive in-kind contribution in excess of federal election limits, or Cohen would be reimbursed, which means he concealed true source of funds. Both are felonies. You're saying that either way, Michael Cohen committed a federal crime?
Absolutely. Our federal election laws say that a contribution is anything of value. Michael Cohen's $130,000 payment to silence Stormy Daniels was of significant value to then candidate Donald Trump or his campaign.
Even without Donald Trump's knowledge?
Stormy Daniels' filing shows that there is an agreement with Donald Trump's name on it, even though it's a pseudonym. And it's really hard to believe that Donald Trump's attorney never talked to Donald Trump about this issue or about this payment. That's just an inherently unbelievable claim. Wall Street Journal also says that Cohen was expecting reimbursement. So if that's the case, then that's actually a separate kind of campaign violation. There's been successful prosecutions all the time of people who conceal the true source of the contributions. So I think Michael Cohen is in big trouble either way.
So the interesting thing that someone brought up last night was that how would Stormy Daniels know to go to Michael Cohen? How would she know that he's the personal attorney? Wouldn't she get that information from Donald Trump? Is that a valid perception or assessment?
That is possible. It's hard to know how this agreement actually happened. And keep in mind, there's nothing legally wrong with an agreement to silence someone, but it is completely illegal during a campaign and for purposes of helping the campaign. And every indication was that this was going to help Donald Trump's campaign because she had all this negative information that could torpedo his campaign.
Okay, Representative Lieu, thank you for your time. I appreciate that. When we come back,